All right, so this is going to be a trade recap from Tuesday, May 13th. I took a $250 loss on the day, so not the best day. My first trade, right? So I took two trades. My first trade, I took about a $650 loss. So this was a pretty big losing trade that I took, which usually should not have been that much for the size that I put in. But I'm going to be going over that losing trade in a second. And then I ended up making it back a little bit towards the end of the day on a winning trade. So roughly sat around $200 loss on the day total. But yeah, so I'm going to be going over this first trade that I took on Costco, which was a great setup. I would take it 10 out of 10 times. It just happened to fail and didn't work out. So let's go through what it looks like on the daily. So this is what the daily looked like going into Tuesday, right? So this is a huge setup. It's brewing right under that 1018 level. I talked about it in another video that I was looking for a push over 1018. And then if we can get through 1018, I can see 1040 and 1050 easily getting hit. So I'm going to go into the 15-minute chart here. So this is still on Monday, and then going into today, we had the open there, the open pushing through that 1018 level, right? So that already gave me the signal that I wanted to get into this is on the retest. So I took the position here. I did play a little risky, and I took a weekly size position, which typically I would have wanted to maybe gone a little bit further out on the contracts, maybe playing next week's contracts or maybe the June 1050 to 1200 contracts or 1200 calls, but I ended up taking weeklies. I played a little bit riskier, thinking that I really had a high conviction that this was going to go up. Obviously, that was not the case, but I took a little bit of a risky position here over that 1018. So I took the 1050 calls for this week, which was around like $200 a contract. So I took those at that 1018 break and retest. And then I think the next like 10 minutes, it literally just completely fails on you, right? That one still held. And then here we go. So I think I eventually sold it on this third red candle down. So I took a bigger loss than I wanted to. It was like a 50% loss, which usually, right, this first or second candle should have been the signal to get out and take a smaller loss. But it happens, right? You're not gonna. This is the real side of trading. Like you're not gonna just win every day, right? So I kind of wanted to go over my losing trade. So this was the loss that I took, right? Luckily, I did find a good setup. Usually, if I would have taken a loss like that, I would have just been done on the day just to avoid losing any more than $600, right? So, luckily, I did find a new setup on, let's see, I'm gonna exit the replay mode here. So you can see, I mean, obviously it was a good exit here because it just eventually just completely failed on you. So, yeah, so the daily, I mean, still, it looked really good. I would have taken it, like I said, 10 out of 10 times. So, not mad at that I took it. Just, it happens, right? So, that was the first trade I took. And then later in the day, I did take a good size win. This was a day trade, was not positioned into a swing. So, I took this MicroStrategy call on, right? As you can see, I saw this little flag that we had forming here. I took this around 12, yeah, like 11 a.m. I took the break of this flag here, right around here, right? I took these, and then immediately, right, we had a big push here to the 420 target that I had from up here, this 420 target. So from 410 to 420, had a really good move here, and then eventually just started to chop the rest of the day. Ended up taking the rest of my position off. So I took 420. I took a 50% off my position here, and then ended up taking the rest out. I was not looking to hold this into the next day just because we were getting a little bit too extended on the S&P and the Qs and stuff. So I ended up just taking the win here and not swinging overnight. That only paid around like $400. So ended up losing around $200 on the day. But yeah, that's the bright side. I mean, not the bright side, really not the bright side, but it is the real side of trading that no one shows you. You will lose, and that happens, right? So we move on, and let's stay tuned to the next one.